Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's good. It's a good day. It's good to be an action figure fan, I've decided, especially when I'm looking at what we've seen from the G.I. Joe classified team this week and the fact that Action Force is going up, their Series 5 is going up for pre order tomorrow. I'm stoked. I'm a happy guy. What can I say? So, anyway, for the replay crew, what are you really excited about when it comes to classified and or Action Force, or vice versa? Maybe you're really stoked about Action Force, not so much classified. I don't know. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Let's have some fun this fine evening. This is going to be a good time. I'm fairly thinking yes, I should speak less. Ooga booga. Woo, Captain Caveman. What's up, AR? Now we're just filing in with all the stuff, all the things. Oh, pushing the buttons. The chimichanga man has arrived. Oh, great googly moogly. Me and my chimichangas. I haven't had a chimichanga in a while. They taste good. I might be eating dinner and doing dishes when the stream starts, but I might make it. That's all right. No worries, AR. Do what you got to do. I think you pulled it off, man. Good job. Nice. Oh, we're going. I keep hitting the wrong side of the keypad here. Ahoy, wreck ship. What's going on, sir? Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Matson, evening. How many IG bats is everyone getting to swap parts to make cartoon bats out of your OG versions? Ooh. As far as, are you just talking about the clear piece? Or is there something else that maybe I'm missing out on, that I'm missing entirely? Yeah. Oh, man. I need bats in pretty much every flavor, I've decided. I think I think that it's a great mold, and I just have a blast with them. I had a blast with them today. If you guys saw, I did my earlier, like I posted a video about an hour ago, an hour before the stream started, with Action Force Kill Switch versus classified bats. And it was a blast to shoot, and the bats are just so much fun. They're so photogenic. Not to mention, Kill Switch, especially with her gear pack where she's yelling and shooting and she has the muzzle flash, all that good stuff. Ooh, it was a fun one to shoot. I don't know. I've got 3 OG, so I guess that means I pretty much need 3 IG, but I'm probably going to need to step both of those up. Those are remarkable figures. AR, awesome. I'm all good with our canine viewers. Heads with red faceplate and clear chest plates. Okay, I knew the clear chest plates. I always think in terms of, I guess, the toys more so than the cartoon, but you're right. Obviously, the red eyes and all that stuff. Ooh, I don't know. I do have the Python Patrol one. Does that count? Does that make it so that can be done on there? I don't know. I gotta I gotta look back at all that stuff. Let's see. I got 2 IG bats, and I'm gonna have 2 Sumbo bats. Nice. Look, that's one thing, man. The bats are all, I mean, they're the same thing. They're all so interchangeable, customizable. My chicken tenders are flat. I'm gonna go with flat. Let's see. They're just tenders. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, that's sadness. That is sadness, AR. I don't think I ever asked about chicken tenders. I'm honestly more interested in seeing what figures can take the bat head sculpt now, since they pointed out they're moving towards universal neck pegs for all future figures. Man, okay, so when they showed that gold head, was that overkill? because I'm trying to figure that out. Like that weird, what is it? The different gold head that comes with the Iron Grenadier bat. Because Overkill was one of Destro's guys, right? I mean, my assumption is that's him, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Do any Transformers? I've been getting some of the MDLX, but I haven't picked up anything Hasbro in a while, just because the last time I did, they weren't in great shape. The tolerances felt weird and all that stuff. They just didn't feel quite right, and they felt a little loose where they should be tight, tight where they should be loose, vice versa, all that stuff. So the engineering just threw me. But if they really have stepped that up, I might need to jump in and try a little more. No, not Overkill, not a Destro guy. Ah, crap. Okay. I gotta warm up on all that stuff. Because I'm watching, I'm like, who's the gold mask? There me guess. Uh-oh. Earth it was definitely Earthrise. But Earthrise was enough to make me be like, yeah, I gotta back out of this for a while. The gold repainted head was from the Arctic bat, and they just put it on the IG to show that it's possible to do so. Okay. Well, now I just feel silly. But that is a cool gold head. Let's see. Yeah, we don't talk about Earthrise. I wish Earthrise wasn't where I jumped back in. It sounds like it was just a rough spot for everybody. But since that just has me kind of turned off a little with Transformers. Let's see, but you should get into Legacy again. Or you should get into Legacy, guys. Let's see. I keep trying to do this because sometimes the screen at the bottom leaves it all covered. My fave figure ever is Legacy Evolution Metal Hawk. I saw Metal Hawk. I thought he looked cool, but I wasn't sure again about the engineering and all that stuff. But let's get into it, Dave. I like it, Wreck Ship. I like keeping me honest, keeping me going here. So let's just start. I'm going to take us to BBTS, and we'll go over a lot of the stuff that was shown, at least as far as the pre-orders for classified, because I am quite stoked. I mean, I'll tell you, you guys know my deal when it comes to hands and all that stuff, that if they all came with hands, I would be hosed because I'd be getting all of them. So I guess I thank Lenny and the team for not allowing them all to come with hands. But yeah, I think that's the thing, man. I think they all look so good that if they ever did a hand pack, I'd be hosed because I'd have to go back and grab all those hands and then start grabbing all these figures. But if they ever started all coming with hands, I'd have to jump in. I love G.I. Joe. But yeah, and I love the shots that Shooting the Galaxy took. Check this out. This is just good stuff. And I don't know, I'm going to assume there was some atmosphere aerosol used there and quite a bit of light hitting it. Maybe not. And I got to wonder about who's putting those diodes together because they're doing a great job. Is it Shooting the Galaxy? I don't know. But yeah, who's stoked about Alpine? Because, yeah, Alpine and Bazooka, they were a blast to watch on the show. Yummy. And he does have the goggles. We weren't sure about goggles last time we were chatting about this. Man, just two fists, and Alpine would be mine. But I'll survive. I'll be okay. Let's see. I saw all the others, AR. Let's see here. In case you thought I was being serious. No, we're good. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Oh no, Siri just talked at me. I hope universal hand pegs are coming next in classified since they're doing the next now. That would be sweet. Universal hand pegs and hand like sets of hands. We could have like special hands here because obviously a lot of hands are just one color. But Alpine here, he needs something crazy going on with some kind of hand pack. That'd be good stuff. Let's see. After talking about Transformers, I'm going to go grab a Transformer. All right. Lady, thanks, man. Have a good one. All right. So yeah, that's what we've got as far as Alpine's concerned. But there's just so much. There's so much cool stuff coming. Like I love the look of this Iron Grenadier. And I'm almost tempted to load up on Cobra Commanders so I can have black hands to go with these things. Because this is just one killer looking dude. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I've always been kind of always been, probably not always, but for a long time, I've been kind of a World War II guy. Like I enjoy watching stuff about World War II. And these guys with the coats and with the look and with the colors, they have a certain look that is reminiscent of a certain time that just screams evil. And I would love to be able to load up. So it might be that I just decide, you know what, I'm going to go nuts for Cobra Commander. And yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. Probably not. But I would love to build an army of these guys. They are just, and I mean, the loadout is fantastic. This is what makes being a GI Joe fan and an action figure snob so tough. Is the Iron Grenadier. Figures like the Iron Grenadier make it so I want so much more. All right. Let's see. I just wish he didn't come with a double barrel rifle and the LMG that's come out like 3 times recently already. I get that complaint. I do. I totally understand that. But that look, the look on that guy is so good. That's what's up. That's when I'm looking at him, I'm just going, wow. The Grenadiers will work well with Fresh Monkeys, Crimson Moon, and Monster Force figs, too. You know, that would be one thing, since, by the way, thanks for stopping by, Brick. Appreciate it. But what Wreckship was saying is about hopefully classified going with universal neck peg, or, well, yeah, they've got the neck pegs going on now, or neck ball, maybe wrist pegs next, and maybe those pegs will start being swappable with other lines. Doubt it, but a guy can dream. And if that happens, then if we get into Monster Force as well as any of us that are into Action Force, and then we have classified, we just have a ton of hands that we can swap between all of them. That would make me happy. I would be really stoked. And the Monster Force figures, yeah, that hooded, oh, what's the hooded guy's name? He was cool. And like the one that looks like he could be Cobra Commander in red. If you just got rid of the skull and crossbones deal. I'm hoping they take a note from Pursuit of Cobra and they eventually do that version of IG as like a heavy artillery version. I totally forgot about that. That thing was a beast. He was a monster. I'm kind of hoping that they do a lot of that stuff where they kind of modernize these things. Like I think I love what Classified's doing. I love that the Iron Grenadier here looks a little more modern, all that. But I need more modern takes. I'm not the guy. I mean, you guys have heard me say it a million times. I'm not the all 80s all the time guy. I want new, fresh takes on this stuff. So we'll see. Oh, I'm pretty sure companies would not make compatibility that easy. I am too, but it would be fun. It would be fun. But visually, they'd slot in and mix together well. I think so. And the fact that, like, Monster Force and Action Force have all kinds of different hands, and with Classified, it's just a few select figures. I just love to have a ton of hand options for these things. It would just be so much fun. All right, let's skip on over. We'll see what else we got here. The Iron Grenadier. Ooh, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. So last time we chatted about these things, I wasn't sure about this Storm Shadow. I thought, you know what? The retro Storm Shadow, I need to get him. He's not crazy pricey right now. I can go back, grab him, and I'm all Storm Shadowed out. I'm good. And then I was reminded during the live stream that this is the good guy Storm Shadow, and I'm a sucker. So I'm looking at this thinking, oh man, and the poses that he got put into from shooting the galaxy. That guy's his photo work is really good. You know, when sometimes I'll talk about how Mezco, it feels like they edit their images, edit their marketing photos so much that you almost don't know what you're getting. Shooting the Galaxy has found that balance where you know what you're getting, but he's still set in a really cool environment and the shot's still really cool and all that. It's almost like, and it could be, there's just not a lot of Photoshop going on in these, aside from maybe putting in the sky. But I don't know, maybe even that. Maybe they've got a big sky painted on the wall somewhere. But yeah, that's something I wish Mezco would be able to kind of get more like this, because these are just really good shots. I love this shot. I know. We're sitting here talking about toys and all that stuff. I'm sitting here geeking out about the photography aspect, but that is so cool, so good. That's like 80s action movie right there. You know, who needs yoga when you're Storm Shadow? And then we've got these shots that are really tough to get. It's crazy how hard it is to light a figure that wears white against a white backdrop. My gut is it's such a clean white that it might have been shot it as much white as possible, and then some of this white was added in and photoshopped out some grays in the background. But that's a really good job. And what he was able to do was make it so that you wouldn't lose the white of the figure in the white of the background while he was doing that. When you use a light box, you're kind of hosed with a white figure because you're gonna lose, say, the top of him because there's this big bulb up here. And here I am nerding out about photography, but here is what I'm really nerding out about. He comes with the same hands that Quick Kick does, so that also makes it so he's fairly necessary. I might be able to use those hands on the other Storm Shadow too. I don't know because I don't have them, so I'll have to see if the test works there. But yeah, I'm stupid excited about Storm Shadow suddenly. Yeah, Hasbro can't even get their licensors to allow for compatibility of parts. Bummer, because they'd sell more figures that way. I know. Hopefully they pull some stuff together. What do we got, AR? Gotta go do dishes. Oh, that's not fun. It's not fun. It's why I have a dishwasher. Whew. See ya, man. Have a good one. Oh my goodness, I gotta push the buttons. G.I. Joe Storm Shadow is an easy pass for me. He's always been a villain in my head canon. I understand, man. He's cooler as a villain to have. Like, one of the things I like is way back when, like the old West type stuff, right? You would have the movie where the hero wore the white hat and the villain wore the black hat, just as kind of a giveaway of what was going on. So even then, way back, I knew that, whoa, it's kind of cool that the good guy's wearing black and the bad guy's wearing white, just because I was like that. I've always been that kind of nerd, it seems. Y'all have a blessed day. You too, AR. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. And go have some fun with some Transformers. I still don't like him much. V2 Storm Shadow is my favorite. His swords are on the wrong side. I don't like the skirt or hood or the oversized pouches. Oh no, Obi Nobi, Matthew. Let's see. I need to pay more attention, perhaps. Perhaps you know what it is for me. I see extra hands on G.I. Joe figure. I'm like, oh, he must be the best thing ever. Maybe that's it. Shooting the Galaxy was very happy to use his new explosion effects piece. Yeah, I remember Lenny brought that up. They were just like, oh man, he's always using that. Yeah, that thing's awesome. I've seen some effects like that on eBay. I've considered picking them up, but they have one that's sweet for like $100. And I'm going, can I do that? Or should I get a Mayfix? Rex Ship, then you aren't familiar with the lore. He was never a bad guy. He was a spy who infiltrated Cobra to find his uncle's killer and left when he had the info. This is true. This is true with the comics. Let's see. Toys and toy photography. Illustrations go hand in hand. Good supporting art sells figs and imprints on our brains. Facts. How many of us have brains married to vintage card art or marketing photos? Man, I remember a lot of the early Transformers, like the G1 packaging. I remember a lot of those illustrations. And I remember a ton of the illustrations for the G.I. Joe line. Like, those are probably the big ones, honestly. And then when it comes to Star Wars, just the movie posters. But you're absolutely right. It's all illustrations, all photography. That's the stuff we remember. And it's incredible. It's great marketing stuff. Great tools that make us all so happy. Until we're looking at this stuff and realizing, oh no, it's still with us. What have we done? All right, the Iron Grenadier bat. Okay, this is the gold one that everybody's like, no, Dave, that's not overkill. The gold helmet. So this is, you guys said the gold helmet was, that was the Arctic bat, right? Just recolored. That's a great look on this thing. And I loved when Lenny talked about how it was all gold, that they were actually painting the gold on him because it's so shiny. Man, he looks cool. I was sitting here thinking, no, you don't need it. And now I've just resigned myself to the fact that I need all the bats. Yeah, that's the one thing about bats. You see this, he's not going to waste any time. He's just going to snap his head clean off and then drop him. Because if you drop a ninja, you never know what's going to happen. I gotta say, hold on. Sorry, guys. Nerding out a little bit here. What do you think? I think we're looking at cotton down here. I think that's a pretty high elevation he found. And we've got some cotton going on. Yeah, I think so. Just because of these little spaces in here. At least when I've tried to shoot with cotton, I've gotten those. Man, it's still, oh, he has, ladies and gentlemen, for someone like me, shooting the Galaxy has a dream job. And this is the line I would want to shoot for Hasbro. I love what they did here. Broken. This bat don't work no more. Wow. Yeah, it's hard to say no to a bat. Oh, especially one that looks that good. Wreck Ship. I've never gotten around to read in the Hama comics. My Joes were Spy Troops and Valor versus Venom. Man, I remember picking some of those up. They were like, so the Star Wars, when Star Wars came back to shelves and they had the orange card backs, you had like the buff Luke and all that stuff, buff Luke, buff Han, all that. That was kind of like what was it Spy Troops or was it, no, it wasn't Spy Troops. No, it was Spy Troops, I think. They had the ultra buff look, and it was almost like they had an anime look to them. But I remember Flint just having crazy arms and a tiny head. I remember those figures. But I knew about him wanting to find his uncle's killer and whatnot. That was one of the few things they got right in the live action Joe movies. Yeah, they did a good job with those movies. No, they didn't. What am I saying? But Hama, I loved a lot of what he did with those Marvel comics. I didn't like it so much when they started going way ninja. It's like I liked my military stuff, having those side quests, having some ninja stuff, but being a little more grounded. What's ironic is today I enjoy the more nutty stuff. But back then I was like, oh man, another ninja story. Let's see, Jericho, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. We are discussing some classified right now. Shooting the Galaxy became known for his amazing Star Wars picks back in the day. Fellow New Yorker, I remember, man. I was on the Foosh forums a bit. I would do some posting, but it was more just looking through. And his shots, like his Star Wars shots, were just phenomenal. That's a line that could use him. T. Jahir, welcome, sir. I'm still trying to contact Kyoto. Ooh, that was about, which figure again? Was it the Spider-Man 2.0? I remember that you said you were going to need to contact him, but I can't remember which figure it was. Okay, so now we've gone over the things that Big Bad has. And then there is, does anybody want to talk about, I mean, you know what? I was going to ask you guys, but now I'm just being silly. I got rid of, I feel bad. I had to unfollow the person that had all the stuff going on the last live stream when it came to the X. That's right, Toypixx at gmail.com. Good times. Okay. Here I go, guys. I'm trying to type in stuff in my Twitter. And turns out I suck at typing. But yeah, I had to unfollow the person that had all those images going on with the Twitter. Made me sad, but I like using Twitter a little bit when we're looking this stuff up. So, and I always go to Preternia. He's always got the goods. So now I'll come back and log all of you. I swear, I keep breaking the internet here. Not in a cool way, like how somebody rich and famous breaks the internet, but in a way of like, I'm actually breaking my internet. Okay. So here we go. We've got Preternia. I'm going to scroll down until we see la da 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 da. Oh yeah, anybody still into the Star Wars stuff? June 7th, that's tomorrow. HasLab. That is tomorrow, right? I'm saying it's tomorrow, so it must be. Yes, it is. All right. Oh, you know who I'm looking for, and of course it's taken a bit. I'm looking for CC himself. By the way, if you guys aren't following Preternia, you should totally be following Preternia. He posts all kinds of good stuff. Here's the marketing shots for all the classified stuff we just looked over. Oh, you know what? Before we get to CC, what's everybody thinking of this bad boy? I put a short up where I basically said, yeah, I blew it by not getting the vamp, all because Clutch didn't have extra hands. Now I'm looking at this thinking I can't blow it with the Stinger. This thing is beautiful. And it's evil, so it's necessary. I still can't believe the Transformers Rise of the Beast showed that G.I. Joe and Transformers are in the same universe. Do you hear? That's going to be potentially fun. I hope they really take those franchises seriously now. It sounds like they kind of are. Chris Hemsworth is the voice of Prime in Transformers 1, and he's in talks to be in that movie as well. So hopefully he's not just voicing Prime. I would like him to be somebody. I'd like him to be somebody in G.I. Joe. I just want him to take G.I. Joe seriously. Let's see. And it was about, Moon Knight. That's right. Sorry, Jahir. I couldn't remember. It was like, come on, Dave. Hopefully they get back to you. I found that She-Hulk wave at Target today. She was gone, but they had the rest. I settled for Whiplash. You know, all the stuff I've seen about that wave, it seems Whiplash is one of the favorites. So I don't know that you got. I mean, She-Hulk is she's taking the cake when it comes to number one in that wave, but Whiplash tends to come in second, so it's not a bad consolation prize. But I know I need to get back to reading the Hama stuff. If I only had to spare $400 for this current Kickstarter, yeah, I'm kind of there with you. H20. But then there's also, let's see, do they have the G.I. Joe comics on Marvel Unlimited? Probably not if Skybound's doing it. Let's see, didn't G.I. Joe, let's see, have a movie? G.I. Joe has had 3 movies and they've all been bad. Like they just don't take the source material seriously. Hemsworth is clearly going to be Chuckles since he was from that one story in the comics. Hemsworth as Chuckles would actually be pretty good. Just him as a spy. That would be entertaining. All right. So the stinger here. I needs it. I don't know. I keep saying I needs it. I don't want to miss this one like I did the vamp. So we shall see. Another candidate perhaps for getting Cobra Commander so I have extra hands. And here's kind of everything it comes with. Ooh, I love those flame accessories, missile launching accessories, plenty of guns for the driver. Yeah. Villainy is so much fun. And by the way, I didn't really talk about Sarge here. And the reason being, I have Sarge, so I don't have any need for this Sarge. But I love the shots they took with him. And I love how Lenny was so excited about the Diddy bag. That cracked me up. I think that looks good. There's all kinds of good stuff here. So yeah, it's not that I didn't like the Slaughter figure. I think he looks great. And if somebody doesn't have the other Slaughter, game on, go for it. Or even if you do and you like this colorway, which I love the word colorway, it's just repaint, but hey, let's come up with something that doesn't make it sound like a repaint. Yeah, I think he's a good one to get. I love that they also made it, well, you can't see it too well here, but the figure that he comes with this time has the same deco that he does here. He's got the boxing gloves. He comes with an extra pointer finger. See all the hat, the dumbbells, the bag. Like a lot of this stuff, there's a lot of extra stuff here that the first Sergeant Slaughter didn't come with. So I think he's pretty cool. Here we go, folks. This is the one. This is what I'm most excited about when it comes to Cobra Commander and the G.I. Joe classified line. In fact, I just blew what I was saying there. When it comes to the classified line, I am so excited here. I don't even know if I should keep my His Tank Cobra Commander, although that would be more hands I could use for Iron Grenadiers, I suppose. But this is just really good. The vac metallized mask. Man, yeah. All the hands. Look at that. Backpack, blow dryer gun. This thing looks good. And one thing I have to say about Cobra stuff, I wish G.I. Joe stuff was a lot more updated, but Cobra stuff, it kind of works in most any era just because of how wacky it is. So it doesn't bother me as much when a straight up retro release comes out of a favorite character like Cobra Commander. But yeah, I'm super pumped for this figure. Anybody else? What's everybody else think of these guys? A CC. Jericho, let's see. His performance in Love and Thunder qualifies him. That's true. Do you think they'll charge more for the Stinger because it comes with the blast effects? I hope not, because Lenny said it should be more readily available than the Vamp was, which means to me at least that they're making more of them. So hopefully that offsets the cost, but we'll see. I don't know. There's a possibility that they'd go a little higher. It is Hasbro. So many accessories. Yes. Come to me, my accessory children. That CC is perfection. Ah, shoot. That's what I keep doing wrong. Hang on. Sorry, guys. That CC is perfection. The vac metal is chef's kiss. It is so nice. So Hasbro can give G.I. Joe multiple hands accessories. Meanwhile, Hasbro quivers at the thought to give their Marvel Legends the same thing. Actually, I think Hasbro doesn't usually give G.I. Joe multiple hands, and they've been better at giving their Legends multiple hands. My only real problem with Legends right now has to do with the fact that they're still using waist cuts. And that's just because of me digging the photography aspect of things and wanting to be able to shoot every single angle. So that's my problem when it comes to Legends. If they took care of that one thing, I'd be good to go and I'd be kind of hosed because they are adding stuff. I think they're even adding some paint. It's just that they've got that waist cut, and that's so 2011 or 2012, or I think, what was it, 2016 is when Legends really started trying to hit their stride, but it feels like it's a relic from 2016, and I'd like to see them get back up to snuff with a figure like Cobra Commander here from Classified, from Hasbro's other brand that has that ball peg joint. Mr. Matson, that CC looks awesome if you like the cartoon look. I still want to open my his CC, but don't know if I will. Yep, mine's still in his box too, in his little card. I don't know. I do kind of like the Sumbo look just because it's more wacky. It's a little more out there. Sorry, Legend. Don't worry, Jahir. I knew where you were going there. Next ship. They lose a ton of business. I don't know, man. I don't know. People seem starved for G.I. Joe. So Hasbro gives G.I. Joe. Oh, wait. Wait. What? How have I? Something happened here. Oh, sure. But they've charged more for blast effects in the past. See the Viper 3 pack. That's true, but notice where the Viper 3 pack is now as far as price. They really dropped that thing down quite a bit. Eric Thurman, thanks for showing up, man. I just need a Coco. I need a Coco as well. That is the big one. That's the one I'm most excited from what they showed. And those all went on clearance. Maybe they learned a lesson. That's exactly what I was just thinking, Mr. Matson. LBZ, so dope, so evil. Agreed, sir. I had to add the so evil. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think they've done it since. People are like, nah, these are just repaints with blast effects and you're charging us $90. I'm out. Can we get a Pimp Daddy CC? That would be kind of funny. I think that'd be hilarious. That's gotta be some kind of weird multiverse thing going on with G.I. Joe. Let's see. Oh god, Pimp Daddy IGs. Oh, Grenadiers. That would be fun as well. Daniel Dabbs, thanks for stopping by, man. Need two of these, Coco. One to display, one to tuck away. Awesome. I have no problem with that. I've been saying I might want a few just so I could use the extra hands with some Iron Grenadiers, which would be kind of silly, but I don't know. Maybe not, but I love the look of those Iron Grenadiers. All right. Now, next, let's see if I can do this cleanly. Probably not. Hang on. We're going to go over to Valaverse, who has stuff showing up tomorrow. Their Series 5 is happening tomorrow as far as pre-orders concerned. And I know that there's been people saying things like, oh, I don't know, they're kind of boring designs and all that. And to those people, I say, check these out. I don't think these are very boring at all. In fact, the Praetorian is ridiculous. Hang on just a sec. I'm coming right back to get everybody caught up. Share screen. Make sure we're good. We are good. Here are the things that are going up for pre-order tomorrow when it comes to Valaverse, when it comes to Action Force. This is Atlas. I guess I better accept cookies. Atlas, from what I understand, is going to be a big dude. And that's the thing. Okay, so we talk about classified, and I talk about how if they just had extra hands, I'd really be getting a lot more. From my perspective, from a toy photography perspective, period, if we're kind of leaving brighter colors and things like that out of it, I would say that Valaverse is a better line overall when it comes to toy photography, just because of all the extra hands. I don't care about a stand. I kind of, I know I've said this in the past. I see stands as like easy reuse for companies rather than value adds for consumers. So, I know how to stand up my figures. I don't need stands, but I know a lot of people think differently about that. But I would prefer get rid of the stands and give us more things. But still, Valaverse's stuff comes with all the things, and every single figure they do, even troop builders, come with all the things, which is why I think that from a photography point of view, Action Force is the better line. Now, what Classified has over Action Force isn't Action Force's fault at all. Classified as characters that have been around for 42 years. We've grown up with these characters. Action Force, they're trying something new. So that's where they probably falter. Even me, I'm sitting here looking at this going, these are better for photography. But I still go and I pick up the classified stuff first because I know those characters. So yeah, still, I'm really excited about what they've been showing when it comes to Series 5 here. I think they all look really good. I am impressed. Then we've got the back of the card. Ooh, collect them all. Nicely done. Haven't seen that in a bit. G.I. Joe Classified gets all my toy funds, so I have to enjoy other lines through guys like yourself. So much appreciated. Daniel, man, don't worry about it. It's just fun to mess with all the things. So the fact that you get to mess with Classified, fantastic. And if I were to go one line for like at that price point, it would probably be Classified, to be honest. It might be Action Force. It might be Jade. I don't know. See, there's so much good stuff out there, but you're a lucky guy because you found a focus and you're able to stick with it. I'm hosed because I keep saying, "Ooh, new shiny thing. Ooh, new, very nice." But yeah, I'm happy to help you indulge in all that stuff when I'm able. Atlas looks like the toughest Starbucks barista ever with that beanie. Now that's funny. Somebody needs to make like the apron with the Starbucks or what is it? It's a green apron, right? With the Starbucks logo on it, and just give it to Atlas. That would be awesome. All right. Let's keep going because there's a lot of exciting stuff. The screen finally popped up just as I was hitting refresh. Here we go. Colonel Siege. Now, I love the look of this guy. This guy just looks sweet. Clearly, being a colonel and stuff. Ooh, look at that, guys. That's a great sculpt. I didn't zoom in on Atlas like that. Oh, he's got the stogie still. Check that. Might swap that hand for something Wolverine's got. All right, now I feel like we're too close. That is cool. That head sculpt is ridiculous. Yep, Colonel Siege is definitely. I like Atlas, but I'm more excited for Colonel Siege, I think. Let's see what all he's got. Oh, you got the Stogie Smoking Head as well. Look at all those hands. The holster. Oh, the shotgun. Look at that. Pump act. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. I'm digging Colonel Siege. One thing I will say is as I'm looking at this, I do wish either the coat, well, let's see. I was going to say either the coat laid lower or the shoulders were higher. It still looks like the shoulders should be up quite a bit, but we'll see. Maybe the coat is hiding all kinds of things. If I look back here, let's look at this shot here because I didn't notice it so much in that first one. Yeah, shoulders seem kind of low on Siege, but maybe not. Maybe that's just the way things are hanging. We'll have to see. I think he looks good. That head sculpt is ridiculous. In fact, I'm going to go back to Atlas because I want to see that head sculpt now since I didn't zoom in properly there. Look at that. That's pretty good too. I like the Siege one a little more, but that's just because all the lines, all the old guy character. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Do 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 do. I just realized, do all of the new human characters have goatees in Series 5? At least two of them, two for two. Guess I better keep going here. We'll find out. And yet Hasbro makes you pay a premium price for a figure that has one wall crawling hand and one wall crawling hand. I'm guessing you meant a different kind of hand, but I know what you're talking about. Their Spider-Mans should all come with the thwippers, the fists, and let's see, the whole wall crawling. Good Lord. Yes, all their Spider-Man figures should have those three hands, like pairs of those hands for sure. So I don't blame anybody for being a little bummed about that. Let's see. And one thwipping hand. Yep, yep. I know, I know. That's where Valaverse is stepping it up for us. All right, this is Senshi. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I could be off. It's, oh wow. Yeah, don't mess with Senshi. Look at all the color on that helmet and the face print. What's going on back here? Oh wow, the band around his sheath. Ooh, look at that armor. Guys, this dude's good stuff. Now there we go with like a samurai warrior in the military line, but like I said, these days I'm a little more forgiving about such things. But now we have to go back and we need to see if Senshi has a goatee. I did that. Oh, all right. So far we're 2 for 3 on the goatees. Oh man, that's a really good head. Sorry, I'm all quiet as I'm looking at everything going on with this figure. Again, tons of hands. There's the sheath. Or does that go over the sheath? Oh, weird. Okay, we'll have to look at that again, it looks like. So this looks like it must clip onto his arms. Oh, it is such a good time to be like a military collector fan of figures. That was easy for me to say. And don't get me started with the window. Hey, they're done with the windowless packaging. We're good now. But yes, that was obviously a mistake. Senshi, formerly known as Buddha. I remember when he was first talking about this thing. Yeah, Senshi being Buddha, but it's still a good look, man. I might get him. I might get him too. I think he's pretty rad. I like Action Force stuff. I need to get more of it. They got the swords correct. I like Senshi. So what did they are you talking about how they got the Storm Shadow swords wrong, Mr. Matson? Wow, let me go back here. Ah, does it just depend? So are you saying it depends on what side the sword is held on? Oh, okay, I see, guys. Okay, so I was saying that was around the sheath. It goes around like the sheath looks like it goes through here, and then the sword goes in the sheath. So that's a pretty sweet way of doing that, where the sheath isn't just tied on where it can constantly get in the way. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Ah, one day I'll learn laptops. Yep. Okay, cool beans. Thank you, sir. See, no sword wielding lefties. That's true. We can't have any of that. I wonder, actually, hold on. Now I have to look at this again real quick. I wonder if you can flip that upside down, though. It looks like you could just flip the belt upside down. Well, this is molded so that the sheath would go down from this angle, isn't it? You might be able to heat it up. I'm wondering if you could make Senshi a lefty, depending on, whether or not you want your Senshi to be a lefty. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. But yeah, Senshi looks rad. You guys got to know where I'm headed here. Oh man, we still have to get through others. What do we have? Let's see. Oh, is that's not a full goatee, but oh man, that's a great head sculpt. Whoever they got doing their head sculpts killed it. Wonder if it was Bobby. Like Bobby does a lot of his own stuff, obviously. I think he had, was it just the arts? Did somebody else do the Praetorian? I can't remember. But whoever's doing this, oh man, that looks really good. And I love the way they've got kind of the button shirt going here, where it's just totally unbuttoned. Just a new body style. Ooh. Hasbro got it wrong with the IGs also, but CGs were correct. Okay, got it. That makes me sad that they got it wrong with the IGs. Let's see. I think Bobby does the sculpting himself. I think so. For some reason, I'm thinking, after I said that, I'm thinking that he had somebody else do the Praetorian, but I'm not 100%. And it doesn't matter. It all looks good. Vincent Van Price goatee? Maybe? Yeah, that Sidewinder looks good. They all look good. Holy gee, look at the loadout on this guy. And he's the same $29.99 as everybody else. And I know Bobby's been talking about getting into Walmart and Target, which would probably lower the prices more. Just because he'd have to produce so many more figures. That is an insane loadout. I would probably get Sidewinder just because of all the stuff he comes with. All right, we're going to skip the one that I really want to look at because I'm going to save him for last. This is how I roll. I think this Recon Core guy, I think that what they'll be able to do with him is going to be really cool. I'm willing to bet that they're going to come out with just this insane loadout that goes with this guy because he's obviously just another troop builder. And I say just another troop builder. Here's how Valaverse handles their troop builders, guys. There's your troop builder. He's got everything he needs. He's got all the hands. He's got the weapon. He's got the correct, like you can flip out different skin tones and everything with the head. He's got a stand. All right, that's lame. But everything else is awesome. Like, and just because of the loadouts they've come up with for other just army builder type characters, that he's going to have some ridiculous stuff to go with him. That's just cool. I wonder how well they did their heads. Ooh. Oh, man. Those look good. Especially this one. That just looks mean. This guy looks kind of average mean, the white guy. But the black guy is like, yeah, I got real mean for you here. That is sweet. They're both sweet. Yeah, I'm a fan of the Recon Corps. This is a good figure. And if he holds true to what else has been out, yeah, look at this. 1999, folks. 1999 for this figure. And he has all those hands. He has the gun. He has the stand. He has the extra head. Oh, man. Come on, Classified. Help me out. Get in there. Get in there with at least some extra hands, will you? And now here. This is what's going up tomorrow that I am most excited about. Look at this thing here. Look at how ridiculous this is. The bats we were talking about earlier tonight, awesome. But look at this Praetorian. That thing has like a robotic Terminator look to it. Not Terminator, Predator. Look at that. Looks like mandibles going on at the bottom there. Oh, this thing. I've wanted to check out this thing since he was first announced. This is a ridiculously cool figure. And all the red that they've got going on here, red and black is a great combination. Cobra figured that out too, by the way. But adding just these touches of silver, this thing is ridiculous. And I want to check out, look at the loadout on this guy too. All kinds of hands. Look at that crazy gun. What's that gun there, guys? Is this something, has Valaverse? Well, that's not a gun, that's a sword. Oh, how did I miss that? I remember in the initial solicits, or like when he was first talking about this guy, these big translucent red shields. I thought those were sweet. Oh, red guns. This thing is just dead. Oh, look at the hands. Ooh. Okay, how many Praetorians is everybody picking up? This thing's insane. That's like an energy blade. Yeah, yeah. I was going through and I'm like, oh man. But thank you, Rex Ship. I appreciate it. That looks so good. I love these hands. I didn't notice them before. And I've looked at this picture a couple times. Oh, those are so cool. Anybody else ever have those moments where you're looking at these figures and you just go, I am such a nerd, but I am such a nerd. And I'm good with it because those hands are ridiculous. Oh, guys, it is such a cool time to be a figure collector. Look at this. You've got a closer look of the Predator type robot head. Oh, this is the Urban Commando is probably my main troop builder. What I'd like to have is my main troop builder. This though, I would load up on these. Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is Bobby saying, you know what? Let's jump into the sci-fi and have some fun. And he's doing it right. He's doing it so well. And yeah, that blade is, guys, I don't even know. I don't even know. At this point, I got nothing. That's how good this stuff is. So we've gone over a bunch of stuff with Classified. We've gone over a bunch of stuff with Action Force. You can tell that I'm highly stoked looking at all of it. And I've been taking swigs of water instead of tea. I'm a very healthy person because tea is so awful for us. But yeah, between Action Force, between Classified, we've just got some great figures coming out that aren't going to break the bank. They're incredible. And I am stoked to see this stuff right now. See, the weapons pack India is cool too. Ooh, I'll have to go look at those. I forgot about the weapons packs. LBZ, I'll probably get a couple if I can. The more down the road, definitely prefer to the repainted bats. Yeah, this thing is wicked. This is what you would call a murder bot. Like that's straight up Terminator meets the Predator. I'm going to pick that up for sure. Yeah, he's awesome. All right. Since I totally skipped out on those weapons packs, let's check those things out. Da 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 da. Okay. Recon Gear Pack, Series 5, pre-order. That looks good too. Look at all those blast effects. All the different shapes. All the loading. I don't think it's actually loading. I think somebody just left loading on the picture. With the vest? Ladies and gentlemen, who needs this stuff? I might need this stuff. I'm sick in the head for such things. Actually, the Recon Gear Pack, never mind. This is going to be the stuff that you're going to be able to put on your Recon Core figure. Oh my. Yep, that's going to make those figures that much better. Weapons Pack India. Like flamethrower style. Oh, oh, that looks really good too. Oh, Bobby. I'm going to be one of those people that's just going to go nuts into Action Force. Like, suddenly, the content on this channel is going to be basically Classified, Action Force, and Mafex. And you'll have to live with it. I'm kidding. I'll still do other stuff. But man, what he is doing with this line, the love that he's clearly putting into it, it's ridiculous. This is good stuff, folks. Oh. Wait, scroll down, you fiends. Ooh, I went too far. All right, I think we've gone through all the stuff, all the things. For my money, Colonel Siege, you know what? I was going to say I was going to try and pick them. Number one, easily for me, is the Praetorian. And then it might be Siege and the Recon Corps. I don't know, man. Senshi and Sidewinder. Let's look at Sidewinder again, just real quick. Check out all the stuff that Sidewinder comes with for $29.99. This is ridiculous. And I'm not complaining. I know that sounded like, oh, I don't know about those guys. No, not at all. I love that this is existing, that this exists, that this is existing. Man. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is really good stuff. I love the Vala weapons packs, man. Me too. You know what I need to get? I need to get that Crimson Shadows tin if it's still available. It's probably not, but all the weapon packs, like I would load up on those just for the Joes as well. The Colonel and Senshi are the ones I want. They all look good though. Yeah, I think the Colonel is going to be one of the ones that everybody kind of goes nuts for. The Praetorian, let's see. I think the Praetorian will go well. I think Siege will go well. I think that Senshi looks incredible as well. I'm with you, man. I think they all look good. Like for me, probably the weakest is Atlas, and I still think Atlas looks good. And for others, he might be the strongest because he is the biggest guy, from what I understand. So it would make sense. But yeah, between Classified, between Action Force, it's good to be a collector. It really is. This stuff is so much fun. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get running. I actually have to make a run. I have to drop some stuff off to a friend of mine here tonight. So as soon as that, Atlas is the new body. So I get that. I get that. So it probably has more to do with the deco. Like it's not a knock on the figure at all. It's just the others have something going on that looks really cool to me. But yeah, I gotta get out of here. I wish I could keep going because this has been just a fun chat. I love getting to talk about these two lines, especially together instead of how a lot of people seem to want to talk about them apart. I'm like, no, 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 no. These lines complement each other so well. But with that said, everybody, thanks as always for coming by, checking out tonight's stream. It's massively appreciated. And until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya.